You will recall we had this simple little program. It generates two random numbers using this random library, random integer between 1 and 10, each one of them. And it calculates a correct answer, puts it into this variable answer by adding these two together, and then it asks the user for some input and puts the user's answer into this user answer variable. And then it does an if statement, and if this is true, the answer calculated is the same as the input answer. It does this, otherwise it does this. Let's just check that that behaves as expected. So what do I get when I add 10 and 2? 12. Well done. Run it again. What do I get when I add 6 and 1? Let's get this wrong. 8. I got it wrong. So that's working as expected. I now want it that it does this multiple times. I want 10 questions. There's two ways. Yeah, it's a very common thing to want to have something happen multiple times. We can either we can do a loop. That's the correct thing to do, is a loop, and we can either use a for loop or a while loop. I'm going to do a while loop. It could be argued, no, I'm going to do a for loop, why not? So for question in range 10, that's going to give me 10 of whatever is in this first level of indentation here. You notice I hit enter, it indented. Whatever is here will happen 10 times. Let's just do something to show that. Print that. That's going to happen 10 times. Run it and just make this a little bit bigger so you can see I've got 10 lots of xxxxx. What do I get when I add 5 and 8, 13 and so on? So cunningly, I'm not going to have print xxxx here. I'm going to delete that right now. Instead, I'm going to take all of this lot and have that there instead. So now this is going to ask me this lot 10 times. Just for testing purposes, let's make it ask it 3 times. So if I run this now, add 4 and 4 is 8. Got that right. 10 and 1, 12. I got it wrong. 8 and 3, 11. Got that one right. Very happy with that. So you can see it did this 3 times. One extra thing that I want is I want it to keep track of my score. So I'm going to create a variable, score, start with initial value 0, and if they get it right, I'm going to say score, add 1 to it, and that's the syntax for adding 1 to the score. And now I'm going to print out their score, but I'm only going to do it once we're finished. Print score. So you'll notice it's doing everything that's indented here, this lot, 3 times in my case. We can make it 10 easily enough. And when that is finished, it then carries on with the next thing in the program, which is this print statement. Let's see what that looks like. What do I get when I add 9 and 7, 16, get the one right, 7 and 1, 5, 5 and 2, 7, well done, 2. I think I might make that statement a bit more like you got 2 right, something like that. I was very careful to make sure when I put this score equals 0 that I put it before the loop, because you don't want to reset your score every single time to this loop.